A super juicy call. So welcome everybody. My name is Christina Amon, 2-star crown with Purium, with this community, Superfood Social, Bliss Ohana. And we have a really special call today. So thank you for taking the time. I really want to welcome all of our new people. Go ahead and drop a 1 in the comments if you've joined us in the last, say, 4 weeks. Let us know if you're somebody who's just coming on board here. Welcome to you. Thank you so much for being here. It's such an exciting time in Purium's history and on the planet. Personally, we might all each be feeling that. It's in a really incredible time to all be here together and to be showing up for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, for the earth, for each other. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for hearing the call and finding your yes and showing up. So we had an amazing month last month, one of the shorter months of the year, and yet there was incredible momentum and growth. Purium is just exploding right now in rank advancements and volume and transformation stories of people having their lives changed, and it's super exciting. I wish we had time. We have so much growth that we literally do not have time to name every single person who rank advanced, but shout yourself out in the comments. Let us know if you hit a rank last month, like celebrate yourself. Let us know if that was consultant, director, executive, diamond, green diamond, blue diamond, whatever, and then shout yourself out for whatever it was. Like, this is celebration culture, and we want to really honor those wins, whatever they are, even if we strove, even if we attempted a goal and we didn't do it, but it got us into action and we reached out to that many more people. We tapped into that many more team members. We got out of our comfort zone. We did that many more lives or posts or, something new. We reached up to that person that gives us butterflies in our stomach. Anything that you feel was an achievement is a win. And so we're here to celebrate all that. And we're going to be diving a little bit more into that in a moment. But I want to have us hear from a couple of voices of people who did achieve some ranks in this one of these shortest months of the year. So Lisa, can you come on here and share with us your accomplishment? Lisa has just achieved the rank of diamond and has an amazing story of what it took to dive in there and make it happen. We want to hear from you. Yeah, Lisa. Woo!
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much. I just have a fussy baby, so hopefully she hangs tight for a moment. Yeah, I am still processing what happened last month, but generally I have been around for quite a while and have not been on the fast track. And I have been really in a lot of personal growth. And when I heard Ashley Castro say last fall that in order to hit a rank, you need to be ready to hit that rank, I really looked inward and dove deep. And so it's been a few month-long process of growing personally. And then at the beginning of April, I made the decision. I could feel I was ready. And my husband was leaving his job of 7 years at the end of the month. And so it was time to make it happen. And so I got my team on board, and I had a few incredible souls that were with me all the way through, right to the end. And we maxed out Widen Your Reach. And yeah, I just towards the end, I had pretty smooth growth during the month. And then about a week before the end of the month, the points stopped rolling in, and I stayed in touch with Mary Beth and Christina and Dana and worked through it. And right in the last few days, I was like, all right, I have to see this through. I'm going to do all the things that I haven't done yet, and just kept going. In the very end, everyone was there with me right through the end. It was really a whole team effort, and I couldn't be more grateful to be part of this community and to be supported in the way that we support each other here. And I'm so excited to see what's next. I feel like I am ready for this, and I'm ready to keep growing. So I think that's all I'll share today, unless there's something more you wanted, Christina.
That was awesome. Everybody give Lisa some love in the comments. You're already getting so much love. Such an amazing achievement. We've all been watching Lisa go for diamond for a long time, which if you can relate to that, drop a 2 in the comments. I can totally relate to that. It's amazing to really finally have that breakthrough, and yeah, cheering you on to see this momentum keep going. Rochelle, I know you have babies too. Do you want to come and share your Fast Start Director achievement, Mama?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And Lisa, I love hearing your story. I saw that you hit diamond. I was like, what? So congratulations. And yeah, I had totally like pretty much given up on hitting director this last month. Like I didn't prospect, to be completely honest with you. I didn't prospect for like 2 weeks. My life was just like a complete shitstorm for, excuse my language, for a couple weeks. And it was, I think what it was that one of my friends who was planning on starting her ultimate lifestyle transformation went ahead and decided to order and pull the trigger. And so that just kind of got me like back into being like, okay, maybe I could actually do this. Like I think I had like 1 week left basically to try to make it happen. I had like 0 points. Like she was like my first order for the month. I had nothing. And so I just, what I did was I went back because I had a whole bunch of people that I had already had connect calls with the previous month. I had already talked to that I knew were like kind of in the wings waiting to place their orders and or sign up as BPs. And then I actually even had one person who just reached out to me like out of nowhere. Actually, more than one person. I had quite a few people who were like reaching out to me out of nowhere and being like, hey, one person that wanted to sign up as a BP, and then a couple people that were just like curious when they hadn't been curious before, or just out of the woodwork. And so, yeah, it just kind of all happened. I reached out to all the people that I knew were in the wings, and was like, hey, this is the last week of the month. Like, you know, I'm wondering if this is going to be your time to go ahead and pull the trigger and take the jump here. And several of those people said yes. So it was like, you know, I have 2 brand partners, Christiane and Chalet. I'm super happy to have like an actual team now. And that has just like, that was really what also motivated me to be like, oh my gosh, I need to get on top of my game. Like I need to be serious now. I need to be on all the like, you know, so that really has just made me reinvigorated and re-inspired for this business and doing this. And I'm super happy to have hit Fast Start Director. I'm very motivated to get to Fast Start Executive at least this month. So yes, having fun. Thank you so much for listening.
Woohoo! Awesome, Rochelle. So Mary Beth is filling in. As you remember, I trained on a week ago, like Fast Start is a partner thing. So Mary Beth and Rochelle did Fast Start Director together, and she's filling, because we're in there and we don't really know what we're doing when we're brand new. So our upline is there, and so she's filling in all the other details. So Rochelle was consistent. She had her funnel full. She's consistent on social media. You hit UBT and, you know, just really you've leaned into the community support and the accountability, you know, all the other people and everybody's cheering each other on. So super congratulations, Rochelle. I'm super excited for you. And we have one more Fast Start achievement who's here to share with us. Abby, are you available to share your Fast Start Executive in your first full month? So I think you signed up at the very end of March, like maybe one of the very last days. Is that correct?
Yes. Thank you everyone for sharing. This is so exciting, just sharing the excitement. Yes, I signed up. I think it was either March 29th or March 30th. It was like the very last day, because I remember I signed up and you guys were like, like telling me all these details about like how to like submit all these things for When You Reach. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't realize I had to get this done by like April 1st. Like I didn't think that was a thing. And then I realized it was going into this month, and I enrolled a couple of brand partners who I don't know if they're here. I'm so supported by them.
We lost you, Abby. You muted yourself. You're so excited.
Oh, when did I mute myself?
Like 5 seconds ago.
Okay, good. But yes, I am on TikTok for Angela, who just asked. I don't know if it keeps muting me. My phone's being. Am I good? Am I good speaking, or is it not? Okay, awesome. Yes, I hit Fast Start Executive, and I could not have done it with all the support in this community and just tapping into these calls. And I probably reached out to over 100 prospects. Like, I've been on the phone nonstop, connecting with as many people as I can, because I know the effort of planting seeds also comes as the harvest. It takes time and connection. And I also just really love talking to people. So it's a win-win in every scenario. Two of the brand partners that I was able to enroll hit UBT, which really helped to push me toward the finish line. And I got it in right at the last day, April 30th. It was very exciting. And now I'm steamrolling into this week. I'm graduating college, so it's been very crazy. And I'm so happy and grateful again to everyone here. So much lovely energy to tap into and to see everyone's smiling face. Thank you so much. Yes, Sabrina and Amanda and Alexis and Leah and Christina. Thank you.
Yeah, Abby, awesome. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to everyone here. Just like Ashley said, everyone who's staying consistent, showing up for yourself, showing up for your business, treating your business like a business. It's such a win. And Abby, you've really jumped in and going for it in all the ways and being so coachable. And shout out to Alexis, like you said, who's really been your person holding you and like walking you through all the things. And you're just saying, yes, I'm ready to do all that. And so beautiful partnership. Super congratulations to all of you. I know I want to shout out Jillian, who's on this call, who hit Blue Diamond, and she has 3 new diamonds under her. Like, I can't even keep track. There's so much growth happening on this team. It's so exciting. And if we have time, Jillian, I'm going to have you come on and just share your juice and sauce with us, because your team is on fire. But you know, before we get to that, I want to just really say that every single person you just heard from, and there's just 3 of many people who are having achievements, are all part of an accountability group that Mary Beth and I have been hosting for many months now. So this community has really woven together this support structure where people are getting to know each other, everyone's cheering each other on, we're inspired by each other. You know, when we have those dips of like, what do I do? I forget, or I'm not that motivated. And then we see like, oh, look at all these people doing it. Okay, I want to do it too. It's been amazing. So the power of accountability, it cannot be underestimated. Every single person on our team who is hitting ranks is in our accountability container. And we're going to hear more about accountability coming up. Yeah, we're going to hear from a really special guest speaker on this call in just a few moments here. But before we do that, Mary Beth and I want to share with you our secret sauce formula of how we've been holding this accountability container, how it's supporting so many people to rank, how it's supporting so many people to feel like they really have a home here in this family, interwoven with each other, and that we can really integrate and process all these tools and steps together as a unit. So Mary Beth, I want to bring you on. Mary Beth had an amazing run. This is one of those achievements that's worth shouting out. She was a breath away from 2-star crown, and just everything you did to run for it and support your team was so beautiful. It's only going to pay off going forward. I have no doubt you're going all the way to the tippy top, Mary Beth. We all know how amazing she is. And yeah, can you come on and share the details of how we've been running our accountability, our weekly meetups every week for the past several months?
Yeah, thank you so much, Christina. And just another huge shout out to all of the rank advancements. And then again, like Christina was saying, 2 months in a row, I've been 99% to 2-star crown, but it didn't keep me from running through the tape. I ran all day, both months. And I just know, if you're consistent and you keep showing up, it will happen eventually. So if you didn't hit your goal, that's okay. Just keep going, because there's so much juicy goodness in there as well. So yay, exciting. And so, yeah, this accountability group has been really amazing. One of my favorite new quotes from Fraser Brooks is, our job in network marketing is to make strangers our friends and our friends our family. And that's really what our accountability group has been, is creating these friendships that we've made here with cross lines and sidelines and uplines and downlines, and going into that family space where we can really count on each other. We celebrate our wins together. We talk about our challenges we're having. And one of the things that we do every single week is we go into our I am statements. So if you are brand new, hopefully your upline has directed you to our superfood.social/partners page where you can onboard. And the first thing you can do is print out your action plan worksheet and print out tracker sheets. And these tracker sheets help us to stay organized with all the conversations we're having. So in our accountability group, on the first of the month, everybody prints that sheet out. They fill the action plan worksheet out. They post it in our Superfood social business page on Facebook, and they tag their uplines and their team. I'm sure you guys have been seeing those already filtering through. And then the other thing we do is we print enough tracker sheets for the whole month. So we just print 4 tracker sheets, have those ready so that we can be in prospecting mode and have our organization ready from the get-go. And then the other part of that is declaring our goal. So like you heard Lisa say, is a big part of achieving your goal is making the decision. And even like Rochelle, she didn't make the decision until the last week in the month, but she still made the decision at that point, and we made a plan that was very clear for her to move forward. So what that looks like is, many of you know, but you say, I, Mary Beth Fleming, or insert your name, am so grateful and so happy now that I am blank rank. That can be Fast Start consultant, that can be director, executive, diamond, whatever goal is on your list, by May 31st. And I have X amount of points per day, which ends up with X amount of points on the 31st. So for example, if we'll use Susie Q, some Leslie Zahn terminology there. If Susie Q is running for Diamond, she would say, I, Susie Q, am so grateful and so honored that I am Diamond by May 31st. I have 15,000 points and 483 points per day. And the reason that we break it down to per day is because in our accountability group, we have trained each other to be tracking our pace every day. So if you, at least once a week on our accountability Zoom, but hopefully every day. So let's say today's the 3rd day of the month, you go in your back office and you have 1,000 points. You divide 1,000 divided by 3, because that's the amount of days in the month. And you'll see, oh, I'm on track for 333 points a day. And if Diamond requires 483 points a day, I know that I got to pick up the pace a little bit. So this is something that we do in our accountability group, is really keeping an eye on your pace so that you can have sustainable and consistent growth rather than like these ups and downs. So that's a big part of what we do in our accountability group, is sharing that, pacing ourselves. And then another piece of what we do, as we all do in this group, is our vision statements for the first of the month. So if you are brand new, part of that vision statement is going to be printing out your trackers, making your first of the month order, doing your action plan, and then creating this simple or formula for a vision statement, which is, I, Susie Q, am so grateful that I'm Diamond by May 31st. I have 483 points per day. Who are your key players? Who on your team is going for what goals, and how can you support them? What action steps are you going to take to get there? So for instance, I'm going to submit every Widen Your Reach live, or I'm going to make sure I join an accountability group, or I'm going to, create a plan of social media and what days I'm going live on what, or I'm going to buddy up with this person on my team and see them to director. What are the action steps that you're doing? The third component is, what are you willing to give up to get there? because there are sometimes short-term sacrifices that we have to make for long-term gain. So maybe it looks like giving up late night Netflix so you can wake up a little earlier and prospect. Or maybe it looks like, giving up that hour of scrolling on the phone for an hour of prospecting. Where in your life can you give something up to fill the gap with an income producing activity so you can attain your goal? So that's number 3, is what are you willing to what are you willing to give up to get there? And then the last component is, what is your why? What is your driving force that is the fuel for your fire of achieving your goal? And getting extremely clear on your why is going to help you stay on track throughout the whole month. And if you get a little bit under pace, you can go back to that why and be like, okay, that's okay, I'm under pace. I remember why I'm doing this. So I'm going to go back to my income producing activities and pick up the pace a little bit. And so these components of who are your key players, what action steps are you going to take, what are you willing to give up to get there, and what is your why, is something that we revisit all in our accountability group quite often, and just make it clear so that we can keep each other accountable to these steps, and we can remind each other, oh, hey, remember you said you were going to give up Netflix? How's that going for you? Or, oh, hey, how's that hour of prospecting that you said you were going to dedicate yourself to in the morning? And it's just a way to keep ourselves accountable, keep each other accountable, inspire each other. So that is our vision statement, and I highly encourage everyone to do that and post it on our Superfood Business Facebook page so others can see it and be inspired by it. And then the last piece of the kind of steps of our accountability group is we always leave the call with a live prompt. So if you're brand new, I hope that your upline has introduced you to the concept of widen your reach, which is we basically get free points by going live and broadening our network on social media. And I'm going to give you all the prompt for right after this call to go live on what are you mastering in your business this month, because our theme is May Mastery. And obviously we're not going to master it's a continual growing process. I'm never a master at anything, but we can try to work to get more refined and skilled at certain things. So for me personally, after this call, I'm going to go live talking about how I'm really going to work on refining my consistency with social media, which is going to help me build relationships to build my business. So whatever your topic is, what are you mastering this month in your business? It could be personal development. It could be, income producing activities. It could be working with teams. It could be joining an accountability, and share that with your audience so that they can be on the journey with you in your business. So those are our steps, our I am statement, our action plan, our vision statement, checking your pace, and going live. Got me a 2 if that was clear.
On fire. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, for dropping that in. And that may have been a lot of information for you. That's no problem. You're going to hear some amazing stuff coming up that you're going to want to tap into, and it will integrate. So no worries. We all have each other's backs. So one of the things that we do in our accountability group, we meet for 30 minutes every week. And one of the things we do is we go into breakout rooms. We're not going to do that here. Don't worry, folks. But once you get familiar with the idea of a breakout room, people look forward to it. People are so excited to come to our accountability call, to go into a little room of 4 to 5 people. And what we do there is share our wins for the week. So we're celebrating what we did great, what worked, what's working. We really seal that in. And then we can talk about what were our takeaways. What did we learn from? What do we want to do differently? And what do we want to then bring into, as far as right now, what do we want to bring into this month that we learned? There's always lessons, and those are gold. So bringing that into the coming month. So we're going to pretend like we're all in a breakout room here. We're all in one big breakout room. And we're going to hear a demonstration of, we're going to bring on one person and hear what it would be like for them to be sharing as if they were in a little intimate breakout room. So Alexis, are you on here, and can you share your wins and takeaways super briefly?
Yeah, my wins for this last week were supporting my team, supporting Abby to Fast Start Executive and her team members to Fast Start Director and Fast Start Consultant, helping them all to catch the vision of maximizing widen your reach. and not beating myself up for not re-ranking diamond at the end of the month. I was like, okay, I'm just going to hold the vision and do everything I can. And I didn't go into that space of like, oh, I didn't hit it. I just was like, it's okay. It's okay. So those are my wins, and my takeaways are to move into this month with sacred, sanctified prospecting time blocks, business expansion, instead of just like staying in management mode, and really like having those prospecting time blocks, more of them, more productive, deeper, being more bold and more courageous in my time blocks. And yeah, that's my number one right now, is like get back into prospecting while still supporting my team and just being better with time management.
Amazing. So tight, so good. Everybody here is like cultivated this language, this skill set to really analyze our business. We're business people, and we're looking at what's working, what's not working, what do I want to cultivate more of, and really being strategic. So you're hearing this, that you're seeing the posture of that, the language of that, the tools and the skill set, and pretty soon you're going to be invited to all participate in something super exciting. So we're going to have one more share. Alohi, are you on here and want to share your wins for the week? This is one of our newest consultants, and any takeaways, something that you want to bring into the coming month.
Hi, Christina. Yes, I'm here. Thank you for having me here today. I'm really excited. I just hit consultant this month, and my goal now is to hit fast track director by the end of May, and I'm really excited. It's all happening very organically, and I'm super grateful to have such a supportive team like Erica and Christina. I just feel so held and so blessed. And my wins, I guess, would be hitting, of course, consultant, and then having such an amazing community and a beautiful group of women to hold me and support me during this time. And my takeaways is now that I have a team and I have to be a leader, and I have to manage my time more efficiently, and get into it and just dive deep and hold on and enjoy the ride. So that's what I have to share. So thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, and congratulations. So let's all take a deep breath. We're coming at you hard and fast here, because it's so exciting what's coming up here. And just such a big shout out to every single one of us who is here in this moment, for everything that we've done to get ourselves into this moment. So what we're bringing in now is an invitation to every single person here, and even people who aren't here yet, people who are watching the replay, people who haven't even joined yet, are going to be able to participate in something that's being rolled out that we're about to hear about. And I'm going to bring on somebody who some of you may have never been on a call with before, our 5-star crown, Sarah Rhinelander, who has been living the dream, virtually retired over in Uruguay with her beautiful family of 6, pretty much going to the beach and hiking and vacationing every day, relaxing the nervous system, lounging, playing, reading, unwinding, deepening, really living out her why. And I have had such the pleasure and honor of being mentored by this absolute queen. She is the top earner in our company. She has pioneered. Every single one of us who is here right now is here because of what this woman, the vision that she saw 6 years ago, saw what she could create, the legacy that she could create with her gift card, her one gift card that she used to join Purium. She saw what she could blaze the trail and forge ahead and open up for all of us. So she saw the vision. She has single-handedly transformed so much of the culture of this company, brought forth so much heart, so much rooted, anchored, earth-centered consciousness, and has just developed a mastery with listening to people, being present for the process, being a professional friend, seeing the greatness in others and being able to hold them as capable, Some people have labeled her the greatness extractor. If you haven't tapped into trainings she's been on, you are in for a treat for what's coming. There's so many of us here who have received her mentorship over the years and are literally here because of her. And I could spend this whole hour talking about your greatness, Sarah. I love you so much. Our sisterhood is so deep, and I am so grateful for your mentorship, your training, the systems you've created, the containers that you hold, what you've created and shaped for all of us to be able to rise. And you embody so deeply that your why is all of our whys, and that you're really doing it for us. And I'm just so honored to have you here on this call and drop what you're about to drop. And I love you, and thank you for being here with us.
Oh my gosh, Christina, whew, you are an edification master. You're like leaving me here on the ground, like wringing me out right here, like, ah. Whew, well, you're doing me proud. I just have to say thank you. Thank you to every single one of you for being here. Right now, I am just feeling incredibly honored to be here with 170 of you or something close to that. And before I start sharing, I'm just curious, it's funny, I was talking to Christina about doing the Zoom, and she was like, a lot of people don't even know who you are in the team. So that, it may sound like on a level kind of like, oh no, nobody knows who I am. However, I just want to presence that is what we are all going for. If you're here because you want to create a life where you can be fully resourced financially, emotionally, with time, with choices, with the ability to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, then the highest goal, as crazy as it may sound, or maybe not the highest, but part of that piece is that you can create with this model a business that continues to grow while you go do something else. So it's been 6 months since I've been on a team Zoom. The team, this is like my team, this team was birthed when I got, when I first purchased my package with Purium, which was December 21st, 2014, the day that I bought my package. It was winter solstice. And this whole experience was birthed from that one decision that I made. And so it's been 6 months since I've been on a Zoom for my own team. And I'm just curious, before I go further, how many of you have never been on a live call with me? If you have never been on a live Zoom with me, type a 1 in the comments. I just want to see. I just want to see this for my own, this is so amazing. Whoa. Oh, wow. Okay. Beautiful. So this is an answer to my own prayer, for my own vision, for my own life, for my own future, for my family's future, for this future of this earth, that we can create something as a community that can continue to grow and touch people's lives without us being the ones to reach out and touch every single person. There are almost 50,000 people in my organization right now. Who is Sarah? Christina. There are almost 50,000 people in my organization right now, and I've probably personally communicated one-on-one with maximum 300 one-on-one, maybe 400, maybe 500 within a Zoom, experience more. But that is the power of what we have here, is that we can expand our own personal energy field, our own, the number of hours that we have in a day, in a week, in a month, in a year. We can actually expand time. We can expand space. We can expand ourselves to make an impact that is far, far greater than what we could do as a single person. So if you're here for that, type a 2. If you're here because you want to make an impact that is so much bigger than you could make one person at a time, 1 hour at a time, that you have something huge to do, that you feel like this energy that's building inside of you, you're looking around, you're like, oh my gosh, what is going on in this world? Like, I have to do something. Beautiful. So we're here for that, right? So I want to take it one step in, bring it one step in. If you are here for yourself, if you are here for yourself to transform your own life, to transform the things that you are receiving, that you feel worthy of receiving, to transform the relationship that you have with the person looking at you in the mirror, to transform the number of choices that you have on a daily basis, the actual ability for you to choose what, how, when, how much, with who, where you are experiencing life, then type a 3 in the comments. Or you can type a yes, like Ashley. Okay, so we have, there's so much available to us here. And you guys all just heard an incredible breakdown, this beautiful model of what it can look like when we really show up to our business. This is not just like this, there are elements of community and connection and being held and being together and learning and personal development, all these amazing things that happen, helping the environment, helping people get healthy. And it all starts with being able to take concrete, deliberate steps after making a decision to move your needle, to move the needle on your business. So if you're here because you're ready to step into a place where you're saying, okay, I'm taking ownership of my business. This is not just some little thing that I bought a cleanse and like got this thing for free, and I'm just gonna, like share a couple cards and see if anyone says yes. I mean, that's also part of it. That's where a lot of us started. But what we're talking about today is accountability. What we're talking about today is growth. What we're talking about today is creating an income stream that lasts, that outlives us, an impact that outlives us, a legacy that outlives us, so that when we are doing whatever we want to be doing or need to be doing in the moment, our business continues to grow. A legacy impact. Exactly, Erica. So if you're here because you're ready for that, and if you're not, it's totally fine. You may be in the future. There's all kinds of layers and levels to what we're doing. But if you're here because you're ready for that, if you're here because you're ready to create a legacy impact and a legacy income, then type a 4 in the comments. Woohoo! And we're going to bring it down one level more, which is leadership. So I'm just going to shout myself out here since Christina didn't say enough good things about me. That my gift that Purium has really drawn out of me, that Purium has allowed me to cultivate, that has blossomed in me through this model, through this business. One of my gifts, one of my most powerful gifts, is supporting people to step into leadership of themselves, of their own lives, and then support others to do the same. So if you, and I know sometimes leadership can be like, woo, like being a leader, oh my gosh, like what does that even mean? And we're not going to go too deep into all these concepts. Like I have a lot to share with you all. It's been 6 months building up. I got a lot of content in here ready to come out. But a big piece of what we are doing here and what I'm offering to you guys is really contacting and stepping into your own leadership. So if you're ready for that, drop a 5, and I'm going to get into it here. Woohoo! Okay, so now I have another question. How many of you on this Zoom have been in a Go Diamond like leadership container that I've done in the past. Just put a diamond emoji in there so that we can see like a different thing besides all the letters. Okay, so this is like everything that Christina and Mary Beth just kind of rolled out and shared with you guys it all was birthed from, it's kind of a refinement on a process that I birthed in this business many years ago, where I started to create these containers that were basically called like Go Diamond runs. So they're for people specifically who are ready to get into leadership, people specifically who are, Rachel's been on a bunch of them, people who really were raising their hand, because we have different people who are ready for different things, right? And so I wanted to create a place, a home for the people who are really ready to step up and say, I want something more. I want to be pushed. I know I want the accountability. I know that I want to be growing and to receive that kind of transmission. So back, I don't know how long, maybe 5.5 years ago, probably by now, I did my first accountability group. I had an application process. Everyone had it back at that time when we were going to live events. I would always do them around live events. So convention or the Kauai regionals that we would do, any kind of live event, I would usually do an accountability group leading up to that. And one of the items on the application was always that you had to buy a ticket to whatever it was that was coming up next, because live events are so powerful, right? Well, we're in a live event pause temporarily, but I just have been really feeling so inspired by what I'm seeing, what I'm experiencing, the growth that's coming through. And I was like, I've just been kind of like cruising with my kids down here for 6 months. And all of a sudden I just got this, I felt moved. I felt so moved to drop back in with you guys and raise up an entire new class of diamonds. And so it just kind of popped in. I was like, let's do this. All right, everybody. So it's been the last couple of days. I've been kind of like madly behind the scenes, like putting together things and getting all the details together and getting all the elements together. And so I'm here to announce to all of you that I personally am going to be hosting a 6-week business mastery leadership summit. And my goal with this is to hit Royal Crown. I'm ready. And filtering down from that, really the goal is to have at least 20 diamonds come out of this. Who's ready? Y'all ready? 6 weeks. So what we're going to do is we're going to be using this time slot. This time slot will be the regular time slot. We used to have the Monday Zooms. So we're going to be popping into this time slot Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to have 6 classes. It's not starting this coming week. It's starting the following week, which is the 17th. Okay, so it's going to be starting May 17th, so that you guys are going to have some time to get your details together for the application. I have a type form that I just have to figure out how to finalize it and send it out, but be on the lookout for that. That's going to allow you to apply and to upload all the requirements. So part of the application process for this is to set you guys up for success. The application is always part of really just like putting you on the track of already going in the direction that you want to be going in. Okay, so there's a few requirements, nothing too crazy. We're not doing any kind of tickets for any kind of live events, because we don't have any of those coming up right yet, although there might be one on the horizon. So stay on the lookout for that. But what the requirements and the application is going to look like this. So let me find it here. Number 1, how many of you guys are doing, okay, this is a question. How many of you are maxing out your widen your reach points every month? How many of you are getting 400 points, at least 400 widen your reach points per month? Okay. A few. Great. Okay. So the first requirement, the first part of the application, because widen your reach actually is something that I helped to create for this company, is to have by the application date 199 application widen your reach points, which means that within the next 2 weeks, you're going to go live at least 6 times. Okay, 3 times this week and 3 times next week. I would love to see all of you have 10 and get the extra 100 points before we get started. Okay. Don't be scared. It's okay. We're doing it together. I'm just starting to hit my stride with widen your reach. I've already submitted 6 widen your reach for the month. I wasn't doing that a few months ago. So number 1, 199 widen your reach points. So what you're going to do is when you go to do your application, you're going to take a screenshot of your back office where it shows that you have the 199 widen your reach points. I'm going to say this, the sooner that you get your application in, the better. So the application is due on the first class is Monday. The application is going to be due the previous Saturday. I'm not letting people into the group like at midnight in Uruguay, like scrambling. So Saturday is the cutoff. Monday we start. So by Saturday the 15th, you're going to have your 199 widen your reach points. You're going to have a list of 200 people. One time I think I made them do 600. Is that right? Or was it 300? We're going to do 200 people. So this is, if you're going to do your screenshot, yeah, it was 600. I was way more hardcore. Having another baby has softened me. If you want to go for 600, again, extra credit. This is not for me. This is for you. This application doesn't mean anything to me unless it's coming through you. Okay. The next piece is we're going to have everybody do, and way back in the day, we used to have a Facebook group that was all business prospecting. And I kind of let go of that because groups have gotten a little bit strange. But one of the times that I did an accountability group, one of the tickets was to create a business forward static post. So now we're doing all this widen your reach and we're like doing all these videos and things, but we are going to have you guys each do a picture with your business story, not your business story. And Christina's going to go into this a little bit after I'm done here. So she's going to explain and give you guys some examples, but you're going to have a picture of yourself with your business forward story posted on your social media, and you're going to tag that at superfood.social if you're on Instagram, because we need to start to get your faces onto our Instagram. We need that. We want to really be featuring you. So having your business forward static post and hashtagging and tagging that Superfood Social. And then the last piece that I'm most excited about of the application is going to be that you're going to share with me your 3, this is self-reflection. Okay. A lot of accountability is based on self-reflection. Yes, Laura, this is going to be typed up. It's actually all going to be in the type form. So it's once you open the application and you're just going to have, it's all going to be there. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, upload, blah. I used to do it by email. I'm growing up. So the last piece is you're going to share with me, you're going to self-reflect and you're going to share with me your 3 biggest strengths, what you see as your 3 biggest strengths in you that are supporting you in your business or in your life. Then you're going to share with me your 3 biggest places where you recognize that you're ready to grow. Okay. And this is kind of like this takeaway place where I'm analyzing for myself. I love that Christina used that, seeing people, really step up. Part of being a powerful business person is being able to be radically honest with yourself about what's working and what isn't, where I'm shining and where I need to polish up a little bit. Right. So 3 strengths, 3 of our biggest areas of growth. And this is where I really want to tailor this 6-week experience to you guys, because I could share a million different things. But I really want to tailor it to you. So I'm asking you to share with me the 3 top things that you feel like you need the most support with in your business. And I'm going to make a whole lesson plan based around what you guys want, what you guys need, and what you guys are looking for to support you with growing this business and not having it be like an investment of time that doesn't give you the returns, right? Sorry, I'm getting tagged on Instagram. Getting tagged all over. My phone is buzzing. I'm in my back. I'm in like the back house. If you guys could see, you know, those like funny little pictures of people doing the Zooms, like when someone's on Zoom and you see it, like what it looks like through the camera, and then you see like what it looks like in the rest of the house. I mean, we're like building, we have construction going on in our house. My kids are in the front house. They're like listening to audiobooks and being loud. I'm like sequestered back here in this little cottage. There's like pillows and surfboards and like storage of all the crazy stuff that we had to pull out of places in order to build. So this is it. This is messy. This is life. This is business and life. Like they are really totally intertwined. So we show up anyway and we embrace it. And it's like, this is part of it. This is not about being perfect. This is not about like being an A student and like showing up for the teacher. I mean, like, oh yeah, I'm so awesome. This is about really dropping in, getting honest, getting clear, and doing the work. And when you do the work, and I can say this with such great confidence, because look at the amazing leaders that are now collaborating and guiding this entire ship. When you do the work and you stay consistent and you lean into that place that feels the least comfortable, that place where you're like, oh my God. I just did a call this morning and I was like, okay, she was telling me, oh, I have all these blocks. And I was like, we're changing the word block to the word superpower. Because whatever it is that you feel you're most blocked about, that's where your genius is. That is where the most powerful parts of you are hiding. So part of this process is going to be supporting us all to unveil our superpowers, to reconfigure our minds around what it is that's a block that I need to like be ashamed about or run away from or hide or, you know, like skirt around or try to avoid at all costs and like do my like contortionist act and pretend that it's not really there. And instead to walk straight up to that and say, hey, I'm ready to work with you. I'm ready to embrace you. I know that you're here because you're ready to be in alliance with me, right? So we are going to be diving in and discovering our superpowers in this class, in this summit. And I'm just going to give you guys one little extra little kind of piece around what you are saying yes to. When you say yes to this, if you choose to do the application and join, you are going to be saying yes to doing the work, coming to every class. We're going to be doing the accountability Zooms, similar to what the structure was already laid out. You're going to be committing to maxing out your widen your reach points. So everybody by the end of May is going to have all of their widen your reach points, okay, in order to continue into June. Just saying. So we're going to be maxing out together, maxing out our widen your reach points. We're going to be running our numbers every week, at least, posting our tracker sheets, and we're going to be coming to all the Zooms. So those are the structures. Those are the boundaries of the container that we're stepping into together. And we're here to really, you know, take it to the next level and to grace this earth with more goodness and to grace our own selves and to open up and to unveil and to blossom into our own power and our own leadership. So I'm going to leave it at that because I know Christina has a little bit more to share, but I'm really excited. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm really excited. I'm going to do some like little spot things. Like I'm going to do a whole Instagram class, I think, where I'm going to talk about a, you know, real deep dive social media. We're going to have fun. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be really, really fun and really juicy, and let's go for it. So thanks, Christina, for having me on. Thank you all. I'm so excited to meet you and just drop in and see what kind of magic we can make together and just bring it to the next level. Sorry, I'm like having all these notifications coming through. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Christina. Thank you so much. I love you, and onward and upward.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sarah. Oh my gosh. Drop in the comments if you're joining. Just put join. Like, just let us know if you're in for this, because this is going to be next level for all of us. Like, the rocket ship is taking off. So I'm super excited, and I only have 3 minutes. So I'm just going to get right to it. Here's my first piece of accountability to us as a collective. So I just spent the last month doing the Superfood Social Instagram. And one of my jobs was to repost static posts that are business forward. I did not find many to choose from. And so when I started, and if you're brand new and this is being rolled out right now, you are stoked. When I was brand new 4.5 years ago, Sarah rolled something out like this. And one of the requirements was to make a business forward post. So of course, being brand new, what's the big question that we all ask? I don't have a business story. What am I supposed to say? I'm brand new. I made $41 in my first check. What kind of story is that, right? So if you can relate, drop a 3 if you're wondering, like, how do I make a business forward story? Or if you're somebody who is still in the comfort zone of leading with product, drop a 4. Let us know who you are. I will just also, because I have 2 minutes, let you know really directly and clearly that if you want to grow in this business and go to the tippy top and create the kind of legacy that Sarah was talking about, you will not do it leading with the product, period. You will do it by leading with your why and your core values, period. So what does that look like? What does a business forward post look like, especially when you're brand new? Especially when your comfort zone is product? I'm going to let you know, because in less than my first 2 weeks, this is the business forward post that I made 4.5 years ago. I was brand new, and I'm going to read it to you. And this is what Sarah coached me to write. I could have written it better, I'll be honest. Leslie Zan is now teaching us how to package our stories super tight. So, this could be improved upon, but I'm going to just give you what I wrote back then, and then get with your upline, learn how to package your story. And we're going to flood the internet. Even though we're going live, we also want to have static posts that people can just sit there and read. What does it mean to actually step onto this path of building a legacy beyond us for the impact that we want to have? Okay. So I wrote, greetings, I'm Christina, loving wife to my best friend husband and mother to 2 beautiful boys. We embarked on a strong vision over a decade ago to cultivate a sustainable farm community homestead on Hawaii Island. Throughout the journey, we kept coming up against walls of not having the money to develop our amazing visions with enough speed, especially when we started having children. Then we got involved in opening up a neighborhood grocery and cafe, which services people. My husband works often 14 hours, 6 days a week, and isn't even bringing home half a living wage. I don't know if I would include that again. But anyway, I'm home with 2 kids, unschooling and running my own Airbnb business, trying to keep the farm alive and everybody's needs met by myself. We have spread ourselves so thin and become so depleted, not knowing if we had enough money to properly nourish ourselves each week, let alone buying friends or ourselves presents or getting ahead or having time for leisure, even rest. Can anyone relate to that? You barely have enough time for rest. Don't even have enough time. We lost so much joy in our home with our kids, hardly had any time for them, and watched the farm become overgrown as hope for our dreams dissolved. When I saw no light in any other direction, I finally took the plunge with Purium. I might not have said Purium, and bought at the time, double transformation pack for $1,000 for me and my husband on credit, because I didn't have the money. The shift began before the package even arrived, just in the way I felt having made that decision. Committing to something so profound as my family's health and our life dreams infused me with a confidence that floated me up above my struggle instantly. I told a friend the next day, and she immediately said she wanted to do it. That led to me making stronger connections with everyone I knew and met. I started shining again, and my heart was opening, and everything became fun. Now I have friends calling me every day to get connected with this blessing that I finally said yes to. It is a relief to be supported in being our authentic selves and rising together. You are witnessing the beginning of a transformation that will bring my family out of our hole so we can fulfill our missions here on earth to help others out of their holes so that we can all thrive. One day, thanks to Purium, I can never read this without tearing up, and residual income and the good karma of choosing and spreading health, you will be able to set foot onto lush Kihalani Gardens, Ohana Village, where remineralized soils burst forth a cornucopia of organic fruits and vegetables, where children run free and healthy, where all of us share in the arts and adventures of our dreams. Who knows where we may go from there? It's a little long, it could be tighter, but I wrote that in less than my first 2 weeks of joining this business. And guess what? My story today is exactly the same, except the verb tense has changed because I did it. I came in and I saw what Purium could do for what I was committed to creating in my life. And I told the world that. I said, I'm doing this. That's what I said in this post. And guess what? I kept saying that over and over, no matter how many people did not believe me, no matter how many people thought I was crazy, no matter how many people thought I drank the Kool-Aid, I kept saying, I'm doing this. I found my vehicle, I'm doing it. No matter that I was stagnant for 2 years in my business, I was like, Sarah did it, I can do it. She was my North Star, and I kept just telling the world, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. So my story, our stories, even though they take different flavors and shapes and details, are at the core the same. So my story is the same. You heard me on the Mega Zoom. It was the same story, except I did it. It's happening. People are setting foot. People who have helped create it are setting foot. So I wanted to give you that example. It's in the Superfood Social Business Support Facebook page. If anybody wants to look at it, you can tag each other and find it. And you can get help from your upline to craft your business forward story. Because at the end of the day, it's that story that is going to create your legacy. It's you sharing that story over and over and over and over, and that's it. But that is the formula to getting to where every leader on this call has gotten themselves. It's not by sharing your transformation story over and over. It's by sharing your business story. So that's why that's one of the requirements for this group. And Leslie Zan has told the field when she was in network marketing, she made sure every single person in her organization had a packaged business story and was sharing it every single day. So that's what we're creating here.
I want to jump in one quick more time here, Christina, and like,
Yeah,
whoa. Yeah, I mean, that is just, it's spooky. It's spooky. It's like crazy spooky to hear. I haven't looked at that post since probably, those 5 years ago, but literally like word for word, everything that Christina has outlined in that post has either happened or is happening. So this is your opportunity to really just share your dreams and vision with the world. And I want to also give you all, since we have this widen your reach component to the application, I want to invite every single one of you who's on this Zoom right now to start today. Take what you got from this Zoom. If you took any screenshots, if you haven't taken a screenshot, take one now. If you haven't done a little video, do one now. Capture something from this Zoom right now and share it with your audience on social media today. Okay, so this is you're going to be putting yourself right on pace with the application. Take a little video, say, oh my gosh, share your excitement, and then post it in your stories and tag me, Bliss Mother. So my Instagram is @BlissMother. If you're not already following me, make sure that you're following me. You want to be following all the leaders so that you can get like a taste of what we're doing. So you're gonna tag me @BlissMother, and you're also gonna tag @superfood.social. This is already starting to, we're already moving you down the line of how to really be navigating these waters of social media and business and all these things. And it's like every opportunity that you have to share something that you're inspired about, take it. Inspiration is what moves the needle in your business. So to your story, tag me, tags at superfood.social, and I will get the link out to the application hopefully by tonight, maybe by tomorrow. And I'm just so excited. I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sarah. So this is a place where if you feel complete with this call, you're welcome to leave, or you can do what Mary Beth and I host after our accountability check-in, is we open up an action party. And if anybody's feeling inspired to get into action and take all the juice from this call and this inspiration, let's reach out to 10 people right now. Let's just get onto our messaging, our phone calls, however you're doing it. So what we do on our action parties is we go mute. So everybody, stays muted and it's silent, and we are prospecting. So again, you're getting out your list. If you don't have a list, start your list. 10 people. Grab it from who's looking at your stories. Grab it from your intuition. Ask who wants to be reached out to right now. Grab it from who needs to be followed up with. And let's get into action together. If you have questions about prospecting, you can silently reach out to your upline, or you can drop a question in the chat. So we know that this is new, and if you weren't planning to be here, it's all good. And if you want to stay for the next 22 minutes and stay in action together and take all this energy and put it out to your people, you can reach out and say, who's open to checking out a link? Who's open to checking out a video? Who can you send gratitude to right now? Who can you get curious about and ask questions that are leading to them sharing about what they're looking for in life? So the 10 people, I just threw out an arbitrary number. You can go for 50 people, but let's pick a number of people that you're going to hold yourself accountable to reaching out to for the next 21 minutes. And let's get into action. This whole Purium path comes down to this right here, getting into action and being in conversation with people. So I myself, I'm going to do it. I have my list right here. If you have your tracker sheet in front of you, you can be logging your conversations to stay organized. And any questions you can drop in the chat. And if you are a diamond, we have a diamond call tomorrow, and you're going to get the download on Jillian and all those incredible fast start diamonds and everything happening in that team. And if you're not a diamond yet, you can look forward to that special collective that happens on Tuesdays. All right. Thank you everybody so much for being on this call, and onward and upwards. Here we go, getting into action. Thank you, Sarah, for being here.